on day 2 of Microsite, which is raveclubs.com/ISE.
Do a quick booth tour, and if you're interested,
Hey everyone, Steph Beckett here at ISE 2026, last day of the show. Joined by Chaz Porter here at the FSR booth.
I want to talk a little about what you guys do, because you all are what make things look beautiful. Tell me how you do that.
We provide storage solutions. What does that translate to? Boxes in the room, floor boxes, wall boxes, table boxes, ceiling boxes. We also do some cable management along those lines with a floor raceway system and a complete line of retractors.
Yeah. Speaking of retractors, you've got a brand new one, the Cable Pilot retractor.
Correct.
And you showed me a little bit about how that looks. Tell everyone about it, because it seems really simple, but it is actually really ingenious.
So there's been quite a shift in retractor use in the last few years. We've made, for over 15 years, retractors that are fitted to work with table boxes. But we've seen a transition in our business going away from the use with a table box and actually being mounted independently underneath the skirt of the table, so that there's no cutting the table, no fitting to the table, easier to install, easier to manage, less visual appearance on the table. In that same transition, we've also seen this rapid growth with Microsoft Teams and other platforms, Zoom and Google Meet. And we've seen a lot of these Teams room controllers. Logitech makes one, MaxHub makes one. I'm sure I'm leaving 1,000 manufacturers out, but what we're seeing is those are becoming the real central control inside the room. Most of those have some sort of local access point, so a user can come in, plug in their laptop, and transmit on their Teams meeting. Well, there's been no cable management. Well, we've taken our latest iteration of our cable retractor and made it in 2 form factors, one is 7x7 and one is 7x10, so it partners with, like a Logitech Tap room controller, and gives you cable management at the table.
So you can very easily plug what you need to in, and it retracts, and you don't have a cable that is duct taped in 5 places to the side of the table so you won't lose it, falling down in between the table, which has happened to me a million times. So
we like to say you've got a $10,000 conference table draped with a $25 cable. It just doesn't work.
Because that's how people do it. They're like, oh, well, I can just buy this on Amazon. And why would you do that?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And our unit's fully tested, rated for thousands of pulls, and it really provides you, and one other thing I want to mention, cables strangely grow feet, and they waltz out of the room, and then you want to do a meeting and you have no access to your Teams control system. So we developed this retractor to make it simple, easy, and more cost effective for your room.
And also, you want your meetings to run beautifully, of course. That's that we talk about that all the time at this show. But why don't you want the room to look beautiful as well?
It's true. And that's one of the things that we work on with all of our products. Even our table boxes are aesthetically pleasing. We have a whole line of wall boxes that we have here for storing touchscreens like a Crestron controller and such. We provide beautiful access to those, but limit it, lock it up if you want that capability also.
I think that it's a really good time for this, though, because I do think people are starting to catch on. They're realizing looks matter in AV, and that we do need to manage our cables well in order to be taken seriously.
It's very true. Aesthetics matter. I mean, as the AV and IT and actually the architectural world merge together, looks count, and our retractors are part of that whole synergy of those systems.
So what's on the horizon for you guys that you can tell me so far? What can we expect from you guys in the next year?
So in the next year, 2026 for us is the year of the retractor. You've seen the first release with a Cable Pilot. We are coming out with smaller form factors, more compact. We've done a lot of works to the mechanicals so that they operate smoother and easier. We're going to integrate more products into the table so that it's not just tabletop that we're showing here, but make it easier and simpler to mount underneath the table also.
Well, I'll circle back with you at InfoComm. How's that sound?
It's not far away. We were just talking about that, but that'll be exciting.
Awesome. Well, last question I have for you. Where can people find more about FSR?
For information on all the FSR products, it's www.fsrinc.com.
Awesome. And don't forget, on our side as well, go to ravepubs.com/ISE for all your ISE 2026 news. Again, I'm Steph Beckett, and we'll see you next time.